Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm reviewing another of the Cain Daytona series. This is the Robusto. I will be reviewing the Cain Natural or the Cain Habana Robusto. The cigar is 5 by 50, and of course these are made by Oliva. These are made in their Esteli, Nicaragua factory, featuring long filler Ligero leaves and a milder version of the cane, featuring a Habano wrapper. So this is pretty much a straight Ligero cigar. I'm looking forward to it. I reviewed another version of the cane a month or so ago. Don't remember the exact score. I can look back on my blog, but it didn't get great marks. So I'm hoping this one is better. And want to clear up something. I actually have had people comment on the shirt I wear, that I wear this particular shirt a lot. It's very simple. It's my wear around the house shirt. I have 3 of them, so you don't necessarily see the same one every time, but it's quite comfortable. And yes, it is a Camacho shirt. But regardless, enough about the shirt. Let's get to the Cain Daytona Robusto. Now, if you've been around cigars for a while, you know the Oliva family makes some very good cigars. So, Oliva made this. One could only assume it should be pretty good. So now the Cain Daytona, as you can see, has the little band around the foot. So of course we've got to remove that first. And we will give it a little clip. It's a very light colored wrapper. Maybe a shade lighter than some Habanos I've seen. The draw was very good. Very, very good. To light her up, nice even burn. If you ever wonder why I blow on the end when I light it, it's just to even out the burn. See, that's burning very evenly now. Of course, it'll even out even more. So, let's see. Cinnamon and grapefruit and pepper so far. Now let's let it rest for a few minutes and we'll come back and check back in. Always good to let a cigar sit for just a minute after you light it to let it even out and get things going. So we'll be right back. Okay, about a ½ inch in, and the cigar is very nice at this point. There are a lot of sweet grapefruit notes with a vanilla kicker, if you will, sort of tied to that grapefruit citrus. Not so much cinnamon right now. A lot of black pepper, and it's sort of a thick black pepper. How can I describe that? You can taste it on the draw, feel it on the draw, and it lingers on the finish. Speaking of the finish, it's long with a very thick coating of vanilla on your tongue. You can just feel the thickness of the vanilla, but the pepper is just always lingering everywhere on the draw, and it doesn't go away, and it stays right on the finish. Pretty nice. So right now it is starting out nice. There is the smallest amount of an almond on the draw, but primarily, percentage-wise, grapefruit citrus. Pretty sweet grapefruit citrus. A little vanilla, and then even lesser amounts of almond. So right now, after a ½ inch, three-fourths of an inch maybe now, it's starting out nice. I would put it at right out of the gate, medium body. So we'll come back and update it as things go on. And you might notice that I always have a picture of the cigar uh, right after the title. The picture is accurate, but it actually looks a little darker than this cigar really is. As I say, this is a medium brown. Doesn't matter. It's all how it tastes. You know, cigars are about how they taste. So anyway, I'll be back shortly with an update. Is it too early to say I enjoy this cane much better than the first one I had a month or so ago? I do. The cigar at this point still continues to be very good. The sweet grapefruit and the pepper. Oh, it's really good. Typically, Nicaraguan cigars have a lot of citrus notes. That's been my observation. All right, nobody told me that. I've noticed that. The Pepin cigars, the Perdomo cigars, the Oliva cigars, all Nicaraguan, all have in some fashion, usually a lot of citrus. I like that. So I'm partial to Nicaraguan tobacco. Other than Cuban tobacco, Nicaraguan would be my favorite, but I like all of them. So let's come back in a minute and get an update. But at this point, it continues with no real changes, really, is what I'm trying to say. No real changes. Been a lot. It's still a lot of grapefruit, light vanilla, even lighter almond. Great finish. Great finish. It's a very lingering, thick vanilla pasting on your tongue. Nice. All right. Be back in a minute. All right, here at about the midpoint, and I just noticed some richness to the grapefruit citrus, which was good. These Cain Daytonas are the milder brother of the regular Cain series. These are medium bodied at best, and really are a cigar you could smoke about any time of the day. Whereas the full strength regular Cain series is so full bodied, you probably want to have something on your stomach. But these are very nice and just mild enough that you could have them anytime. But medium is what I would call it. Um, nice little richness there. So at this point, so anyway, I'll be back to wrap it up here in the final stages. But at this point, I can say it's a very nice pasty cigar. So we'll be right back. All right, I'm back with a little intermittent update before the end, but just shortly after I left you, in addition to the richness in the grapefruit notes, now there's a few more notes of cinnamon, and the richness of the citrus is almost transitioned to that of orange citrus. So not a bad transition, but worth noting. And as you can see, I'm in the final third. What is that? About, as you can see, the burn is fairly even. A little off there, but not much. But we've got about an inch and a half left, so some still sweet notes of citrus, more on par with an orange now, and a little more cinnamon. So worth noting, and thought I would let you know that. So now I'll be back with the final wrap up in the final stages. Just a minute. Okay, we're just about at the end there, and I want to give you my final thoughts. This cigar has been medium bodied, perfect draw, burned fairly evenly. Um, had a lot of subtle changes. Started out with grapefruit notes with some vanilla backer and nice pepper throughout. Then suddenly changed to more orange notes and cinnamon and some richness. And at this point, which is the last inch or so, it still has that richness and somewhat the orange tones. Um, with light vanilla. Um, Initially, there was the slightest amount of almond. That's pretty much gone away, but the cigar's been very flavorful, very nice, and I would say it's suitable to smoke about any time of the day. From lunchtime on, it may or may not be a morning smoke, but hey, you can judge that for yourself. But I would say the Cain Daytona, the robusto version, is much better than the previous version I reviewed a month or so ago. I believe that was the Toro. But this has been a very flavorful cigar, and I'm giving it a score of 90. I think it's a good Nicaraguan flavorful cigar. Oliva can be very proud of this particular version. Different sizes cigars taste differently and they come across differently. This version has been very pleasing to me and I liked it very much. So the Cain Daytona, the natural or Habana, if you will, version,